Alright, Arizona. Okay, does everyone have their name tags done? Slow. No? Hold up your hand if you need like 30 more seconds. Finish your name tag. Nobody? Alright, well then we are going to go ahead and get started. I came over last week. What is this? Is the battery dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I was looking for the other day and then I was
We can do as many as we want to. Alright. So I came over last week and then we switched around because you guys went to that football game. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
How was that, by the way?
Awful.
You won?
It was awful.
Which game was it?
Raining and
It was snowing.
It was
Oh God, it was the worst thing ever.
It was snowing.
But it was pretty cool.
Well, it was fun though. You guys had fun. Is it one of those games that you guys will remember when you're old like me and you're looking back?
No, that's what Dessa.
That was so.
Okay, so my name is Miss Bothwell. My personal motto is "We'll make it work," and I have a funny story to tell you why that's my personal motto. My very first car was an '86 Toyota Tercel. So that's like as old as my mom. Really, really old. And I didn't know anything about cars when I got my first car. I paid $500 for it. And it didn't come with a battery or headlights. So it was a winner, right? Like I want you guys to think junkyard, but with wheels, right? That was my first car. I named her Bunny, loved her. But my mom had this rule. And it was, if anything broke on my car, I had to spend at least a week trying to fix it before she would let me call the mechanic to help me with it. So needless to say, I learned a lot about cars. Because one thing about '86 Toyota Tercels, it break down a lot. I had to like do rewiring. It was ridiculous. So we'll make it work, is what I'm going to say, because I got that '86 Toyota Tercel to make it run and everything. It was held together with duct tape and baling twine. And for a little while, I had a Snapple bottle as my like overfill container. Yeah. So the mechanic would open up and Snapple bottle under there. Yeah, there it sure is. So today we are going to be talking about injections. Who can think of a reason why you would need to give an injection? Yeah, so my cow doesn't get sick. So your cow doesn't get sick. That's very good. And this is running a little bit slow, so bear with me as we wait 3 minutes. All right, so today we're going to learn the different layers of skin. Who can tell me why we'd have to learn the different layers of skin in order
To know the needle depth, the depth of the needle.
Awesome, I like all these answers. Okay, we're going to figure out how injections can be used to keep our animals healthy. We're going to learn 4 different types of injections today. And then we are going to learn where to give those injections. I don't know what that's about.
Can I get one?
No. You get a sheet? Yeah, there should be around there. Are there more over here?
Well, that's because she said 4 people at a table and then
Yeah, that's exactly. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You took advantage of the fact I couldn't count, didn't you? Dang it. Okay, who still needs a paper? You have an extra one. You have an extra one? Do you need a paper? You got a paper? These are our guided notes. I am going to write a quiz for you guys to take tomorrow. So I would make sure you take really good notes because I will also use your notes on your quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notes.
Yeah.
No, we're not allowed to
Yeah.
use those notes. Even though it's already on the teachers.
All right. And we're going to learn where to give those different injections.
Come on.
Okay. So I want you guys to get with a partner, and you have a spot on your notes. And I guess you can work in a partner of 3.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
There's different reasons to give injections.
Do you guys want to be partners? Perfect. You can yell at each other across the table. You don't need to get side by side. Okay. You can yell.
I don't like anybody.
Whoa! Everybody likes everyone, right? Yes.
You don't.
So,
No.
Reason to give an injection.
Yes.
Die.
Why did you just write disease? Okay.
Go boss.
Get out, this is not your group.
We're a 5.
Who has 5 reasons listed already?
You have 4.
You have 4? Come on, 2 more. You're almost there.
Blood draw. Injection is something going in, not something coming out.
Wow, way to listen to us.
You have 5?
You're injected
So
in
does mine, just so you guys.
Yeah, but you're not
What's your best
interested.
reason for giving an injection?
No, it's literally it looks like a shot that you inject.
I know. I've had blood drawn, but when you an injection is okay, you do you.
That is literally just what I said.
You literally
Thank you, Colin. Coming in with the win. Awesome.
We have you guys don't even have the same. We're not working together very well.
We're the same thing.
Yeah, great. No, we have 2.
Oh, sure.
So when you see if you guys
I just broke that one.
communicate, we didn't have 5, did you? She did.
No.
Me too, boss.
Antibiotic.
Ooh, that's
So disease is not
I want you to hold up a 5 if you need 30 more seconds, a 3 if you need like 10 more seconds, a 2 if you just have to write down your final idea, and a 0 if you're ready. 0? Okay. You guys are zeros. Decide what your favorite reason is, and go ahead and write it on the board. Oh, why 10? Did you turn off?
You shouldn't do any of this.
Mine, when did your shift?
Is that good?
I don't know. Mine will be in Japan. Yeah.
Casey, you let me string.
That's a very selective answer. I like it. I like it.
2.
Now who are my zeros? 0 means you're all ready to write it up.
I need one more.
You
Yeah.
need one more? If I give you the answer,
It's a lot of fun.
I don't think so. I beg to differ. How'd you guys do? You're still thinking? Okay, go ahead and write your top
Are you
idea.
gonna make your
What you guys think is the best idea?
Our best idea.
That one?
I give you one.
So when he's done writing, you guys go ahead and write up your favorite. Best one. You guys have already done it.
what do you what?
In the script.
You guys listen to us.
Write your favorite.
Hey, go.
I don't want to write it. You can write it.
Yeah.
What if they're wrong?
I know.
That's the like worth it. Just keep it.
You would love it.
Winner.
You've never had meat spaghetti. And you've had hamburger.
Did everybody get a chance to write down? You guys did. You have something you want to add to the board? No, you don't. All right, who said to prevent infection? You said to prevent infection? How are injections going to prevent infection?
Like a vaccination.
Ooh, a vaccination. Okay.
Phrase number 2. Yes.
Oh, wait, yep, I can't read that.
Well, we can say to give antibiotics, maybe.
Yeah.
Would that work? That help? Okay.
Number
And who
1.
put hormones? That was a really good one. I liked that one.
You're welcome, boys.
All right, and 4 to stay healthy.
We did.
Do you guys want to explain that a little bit?
Good.
How is it going to keep your animals healthy?
Well, if you give them things to make them so they vaccinations so they don't get like diseases and don't, you know.
Like with baby animals, you have to go and give them certain shots.
And it's like humans too, we get like flu shots and other types of shots, so we should stay healthy.
One of the things that I haven't seen, do you have something to add? Okay. One of the things I didn't see is you guys can use injections to like draw blood.
Oh!
Darn. That's an intravenous, right?
What about IV?
An IV to give fluids, right? Okay.
True.
All right. Does everybody have stuff written down for their notes?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's some pros and cons for injections. A pro is the fastest way, the second fastest way to get medication into the bloodstream. And it's more effective than like just an oral medication. And it stays in their system longer.
Well, I can say when you're down there, if they need me.
But some cons is that if you don't do it correctly, you can hurt your animal, right? And one of the biggest things, especially with intramuscular, is that you can actually increase the value of your carcass.
Right?
Copy
Put the
of
thing on there.
Yep.
Can anybody think of a reason that it would decrease the value of the carcass?
We put it.
Oh, there's also like certain.
There's like a scarring spot.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's invasive. We do have to remember when we're giving shots that they're super healthy, but just like when we give shots, they can sting a little bit, right? You gotta rub them. Not only, so what, rubbing them, that helps make it feel better, but what else is that doing? Moving where? The medication? Yeah, helping disperse that medication so it's not just like a lump. Can you see? Am I in the way? Okay.
What's the most effective or fastest way?
So that is IV. And when I said IV is injections, that wasn't quite correct, was it? You're still using needles, but it's not just like an injection. You're actually going into the vein. So it's a little bit different. It's very similar, but a little bit different.
And then whenever you're drawing blood, don't you draw blood from the vein itself?
Yeah, you sure do.
So, in that also.
It was. Yep. You caught my faux pas. I got so excited to share it with you guys that I didn't think before I spoke. Who still needs a little bit more time writing?
I'm done.
All right, so next we're going to talk about the different layers of the skin. And you guys can take a minute here to draw this.
Oh no.
Oh no! It's okay, it doesn't have to be super fancy, just so that you can see it. So coming out here, we've got the hair shaft, right? Why would we care about the hair shaft when we're giving injections or IVs?
You can't put it in there.
You can't put it in there, can you? So you gotta get that out of the way if you're doing like, especially like an IV, right? You gotta keep in mind that sometimes their hair is pretty thick, right? So you wanna make sure that you actually get into the skin with the injection. You're not putting it into their hair or something silly. You guys do not need to draw this gland or the hair follicle because that doesn't have anything to do with injection. It's not super important for you to know.
It sucks.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it's not.
Let me see.
Oh, it's erased now.
You're like,
Too far gone.
How's it going over here? Are you showing off your artwork?
Yeah.
Very nice. Who has given injections before? Oh, I like it. So you guys are
Oh,
gonna
wait,
be
I've never
Give
given
an injection.
I've never given one. I thought she said, like,
Gotten one?
yes.
Oh.
I also got one. I hope everyone's got an injection.
Does anybody need more time to draw?
Yes.
Yes?
No,
Okay.
one of y'all got Ebola.
I can't write.
That's okay.
Lady, there's no
I can't even read it.
He goes, epidermis,
I can
dermis,
do it.
that word, where?
Subcutaneous.
Subcutaneous
Does
layer.
anybody know what the subcutaneous layer is made of?
Dead.
Said soon.
No.
And it's fat.
That.
It's fat.
So all okay.
No,
So
epidermis.
does anybody-
Top of that.
Oh, there you go. Has anybody ever cut themselves super bad before?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen that like gross like white stuff that comes out?
Ew. Is that cow?
I was working on a small
Oh,
engine.
will you answer this question for me?
Yes,
When
ma'am.
cows get, or any animal, like if
Any
they're
animal.
black, get like a really, really deep cut, why does their hair turn white?
Yeah.
Oh,
That is a fabulous question. I don't know. Do you know the answer to that?
yes, because, it would be the same as if, like, you know how you get a scar afterwards?
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing, it's trying to.
But why? What causes it to turn white?
Because it's rebuilding itself off of scar tissue.
It's rebuilding itself off scar tissue.
But the skin should be white, not the hair that grows back.
It's because it's building it back from dead.
Why? Yeah.
That's building it back from something that's been torn to pieces.
All right. I'm gonna do my darndest to find the answer to this and tell you guys tomorrow.
Alright.
Not that I don't believe you. I totally
This
do.
question's already been come over.
I just
asked
want to-
and answered in this class.
Oh, it has been?
No. No. Nope.
I know. this-
Well, it doesn't matter because I want to know too. I just want to find an article.
She said something like a sheep.
All right. Are we done drawing? Awesome. All right. So these are the different angles. You don't have to draw this. You don't have to draw this. I just wanted to show it to you guys. So these are the different angles that you have to use when you're inserting different injections. So this one is an intramuscular. So what does that mean?
All the way down.
All the way to the muscle. Perfect. So that you can see here, they've got it held at a 90-degree angle. So just straight down, straight into that muscle. The subcutaneous, they've got it at a 45-degree angle. The IV is at a 25-degree angle because they're getting into that vein. And then the intradermal is in between the layers of the skin.
That's just word.
So you guys are all gonna sign up for me to give you one of those,
No.
Chad? Yeah? Oh, perfect. Okay, so the first one we're gonna talk about is intramuscular. It needs to be made deeply into a large muscle with a needle that's at least 3/4 of an inch, but not in an area that has like not in like a high price meat area. So if you have a lamb, where are you gonna want to give that injection? Are you gonna want to give it into their leg? Or are you gonna want to give it to them in their neck? Why? Yeah, the legs worth a lot. You don't want to have a nasty old injection spot there, right? Or some scar tissue or anything to mess up the price of that meat, right? And how would you guys feel if you just went to the FFA auction, you spent over market price to get a lamb, and then you get it home, you're so excited for your leg of lamb, you get it back to the butcher, and you're like, yummy spot where they gave it a shot. Delicious. Alright. Now I went and printed off. You guys have a competition for this, right? For injections. So I went and printed off what the scorecard looks like.
I'm sorry.
You guys have this?
We have a bedside table.
Excellent. So you guys already have it. So we're gonna go through the different steps, but we're gonna mime it. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing you're gonna do for an intramuscular first thing we're gonna do, keeping in mind that we want to find a nice muscly area, but it's not gonna be an area that we're gonna want to eat very much, right? Oh, look at those muscles. All right, so where am I gonna want to give a shot?
Neck.
In the scope. In the neck? The neck. Excellent. All right, so I'm gonna look. Oh, look at that. Look at that great muscle. Now I'm gonna take my saturated cotton ball full of alcohol, and I'm going to rub it over the injection site. Why am I doing that?
So it affects it.
Yeah.
So it disinfects it? Why? Why do I care if there's an infection there?
We don't want
Because you want
bacteria
it-
going into the
yeah.
bloodstream.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right, now I'm gonna take this needle, and I'm gonna direct it through the skin and into the muscle, all the way down. Remember at that 90-degree angle?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the needle in. You feel the needle?
No, but
You have a really low pain tolerance, or you're so scared. Like,
no, I feel that sting.
you feel it. But you guys weren't looking at pictures. Okay. All right. Now you're gonna take and you're gonna draw back, right? Why am I drawing back? Make sure there's no
Air.
blood coming out, right? So I want to make sure there's no blood, so that I'm in that. You can keep your hands. Making sure there's no blood in that. And then I'm going to, after I've checked, make sure there's no blood, I'm going to slowly insert the medication by pushing the finger down.
What if there is blood?
But if there's blood, then I should take that out and not. I should try again.
We'll try.
Did you try in the same area or is it just like?
If it were me, she's bleeding.
She's not a.
Whoa, what about like
She's
like
like-
you're Alright, so then I'm gonna take, I've injected my medication. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna make sure I put my cap back on my needle, right? I'm gonna rub the area. We talked about this earlier. Why am I rubbing the area of her neck?
Put it out.
Spread it out.
Spread it out.
Make it
Feels
like
good,
Make it feel better.
Numb it.
Numbs it. Alright, perfect. You can do it. Okay, so you guys, now I want you guys to quietly write down the steps on your notes.
What's the thing called that you cushion?
You said that first. Carter. He said two things.
To who?
I know.
Okay, who still needs more time to write down? I drew up here for your reference a like syringe and needle and stuff. So if you guys can visualize better, you can feel free to write it down, but you do not
5 on the quiz, so.
Could be, I don't know.
You just give me ideas.
I actually already have my quiz written, but I might add it.
Is this
Yes.
what? I might not be.
Why?
Automatic fail.
I'm going to watch Tyler's basketball game on this.
Oh, yeah.
And that cap doesn't need to necessarily be the awkward, like, triangular square
I thought it
thing
said
that I
cat,
got
so
going
I was really.
on. No, it says cap.
What goes with cat?
Well, she could be, that could be the needle going into the cat.
Oh, that's true.
So.
I would like to think that my cap would be a little bit more creative than that.
Well, I
but
just thought that, well, I guess the needle would be this much bigger than the cat, so I just thought it was a little portion of the cat.
Oh, okay.
Into.
Yeah, I was with her on that thought process, like,
Oh,
giant needle, small cat.
maybe I should go back and rewrite my handwriting a little later.
No, I just.
Who still needs more time with this slide? Does everybody feel really comfortable about intramuscular injection?
Yeah.
If we have time, we're gonna do a miming competition between our cohorts here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, alright.
Okay,
So,
If she doesn't.
I need your attention still. So we're still working in the intramuscular injections. Here's some different sites that you can give on some different animals. So we've got a pig, it's in the neck, right? Horse, neck, and the buttocks. We got a lamb, baby cow. Alright, the next one we're gonna go over is subcutaneous injections. And who wants to be my guinea pig for this one?
Julie does.
Somebody new.
Julie.
Julie?
Julie.
Right there.
Julie.
Oh, perfect. Do you want to be a pig? Okay. So this is a little bit different because what are we aiming to do with our subcutaneous shot? Looking back at what we were learning about with our skin layers, where do you think the goal for this medication is to go? Where do you think it's going?
Jump to the subcutaneous.
Subcutaneous layer. Perfect.
So,
So
not a 90-degree angle, but this
45.
less than it.
45.
there you go. Excellent. I like that you guys remember that. Good job. Who can think of a way to make that happen? To make sure that you get in the fat and not the muscle. Who has ever heard of tenting?
Oh, is that when you grab the skin?
That's where you grab the skin. So you pull the skin away, right? And then you can put that shot right there. Is this hurting you? Because I put it on your arm. Okay. So I'm pulling it. I can put it right there. Okay, so we went through intermuscular, right? So what do you guys think my very first step is going to be?
Rub the.
Disinfect.
Disinfect? Okay, we disinfected you. Okay, there. Now you're disinfected. What am I going to do next?
Then you're gonna grab that skin.
I'm going to grab the skin.
Grab the skin.
Okay.
And then take a shot and put it in.
At a
45-degree angle.
Perfect.
And then you're gonna like pull the plunger up a little bit, see if you get blood.
Perfect.
If you get blood, you're gonna take it out and try again, so you're gonna rub it. And then
I don't have
after,
any blood.
okay, so then you're just gonna slowly insert it into her.
Yep.
Then you're gonna take it out and then you're gonna rub it.
So I'm gonna let the skin down. I'm gonna remove the needle.
And then you're gonna rub it.
Rub your skin. The medication follow where it's supposed to be.
Yep.
It's distributed.
What's the answer to the first step of a sub-Q injection is to raise the skin?
And I want everybody to add a little bit of a correction to their note. Where it says raise, I want you to cross that out and write tent. Because that's a more technical way of saying it, and it sounds so much smarter.
It just sounds smarter.
Exactly. Well, if you were gonna tell let's say somebody brings you an animal that they need you to give a sub-Q shot to. You're like, all right, I'm gonna raise the skin, or I'm gonna tent the skin. Which one would you feel more comfortable letting give that injection? Tent?
Raise, because it's probably some redneck.
Oh my gosh. Does anybody need more time with this slide? better than I could do, so I kept it. You can see he's tenting the skin, right? And he's putting that shot into that subcutaneous layer. You guys can see that? There's some more areas. All right, now go ahead and write the steps to a subcutaneous shot in your notes page. What was the question?
I just,
Whether or not it's all loose.
Oh, I'm
I was
sorry.
just making sure.
I have to have somebody help me swallow all the time. Really?
Yeah, I am the worst spoiler on the class.
I agree usually.
Like Spanish.
Oh,
Yeah.
You just avoid Spanish, is that what I heard?
No, I don't spell.
What if you spell something I go for it?
Okay, does everybody have their...
No.
No, that's okay. I don't even know we're here. I feel like you guys are like out of the corner of my eyes, but I like kind of
Ooh, are the gauges of needles like the gauges of shotguns?
What?
That is a good question. I don't know the answer to that. How do the gauges of shotguns work?
Well, like if you're like the bullet sizes, the smaller the number, the bigger the bullet.
Then it does work the same.
So you really could have used this one.
Alright, who still needs more time writing? Would your feelings be hurt if I...
No, go around.
Alright, so intravenous, this is administered in the vein, right? And I have a fun video for you guys to watch with this one. Alright, I don't care. Oh, sorry. Whoa, I don't know where I went. Okay. You guys, I think you guys have notes with this. You guys have notes.
Yep.
Okay. You write it down, you feel good?
Wait, I didn't, oh.
Okay, so I want you guys to get in. No, I don't want to do this. I lied. We already kind of talked about it in the beginning. It's going to take more time.
No. I see a lot of stuff. I have the word.
You would not kill it. I believe you can do it.
Foster, do you remember the jamboree last year?
You want to sit in the corner.
Yeah, sit. And you chose to compete in the like, you had to like how you want to say like cat.
Alright, it doesn't look like the video is going to work. Apparently it doesn't like to download it.
What video are you wanting?
It's
YouTube?
a
It won't work?
YouTube. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, those don't work at this school.
oh, they don't work at the school?
Well, usually you do in my
Yes,
account.
they do.
and We're on
They
my
do
account.
if you're on a teacher's account, you count.
Yeah, but you're not on the teacher account.
Well, it doesn't show us on there.
Did you have any links in the
Don't want you
I don't know where you find shoes in your big
Yeah, 6 hours of sleep last night.
She went to bed.
11 hours.
So who's had an IV before? You've had an IV before? How did it feel when you got it?
I didn't remember I was little.
I had pneumonia, so I was more concerned about that.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I was more worried about people dying.
You're more worried about
They like stuck in the.
So when I had my first IV, it was to get like an MRI, and they like injected some dye into my veins, like contrast better in my brain or something like that. So I was afraid of dying. So it sounds like you had a pretty intense.
Good one.
I've had walking pneumonia 4 times.
Yay! Oh my goodness, you need to stay more healthy.
Oh, I thought you were saying Alfred.
You have walking pneumonia.
Awesome. Okay, does everybody see?
Christmas
What is it?
It doesn't.
And the holes in my heart like so bad.
What kind of animal is it?
This is a little Cocker Spaniel dog. It is taken into the vet and it's getting an IV.
Bang. Somebody killed it. And
Excuse you?
you've been gone for quite a while. Just get.
And I what? I did.
Is that better? Alright. Ready? And you guys can take notes on this.
Where?
Do it on the back if you need to.
I can't see.
That's okay. So first step. You're gonna flip the side.
I can't see.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll go over it after the video. Now you're gonna swab the side.
I'd watch the video and then go show it the second time.
Okay, so he drew back and he saw blood and he kept going. Why do you think that is?
It's going into the vein.
Right? So if you get blood, you want, right? That's what you want. Perfect. That's not what I wanted.
I hate how it plays the
Yeah, that's silly. I don't like that at all. No. Does anybody need to go back over the video? Need to see it again? No? If you didn't get all the spots, then we can probably share with our neighbors. We're super
Share with
friendly.
your neighbors.
Okay, you're on my side.
Flip the site, got it.
Swab the site. Raise and insert. 4. Draw back.
How'd you do?
Sue can tell me. So right here it says he's raising, palpating, and visualizing the vein. Do you guys know what he's doing? You know what that means?
She's trying to find the vein where you want it.
Cool. Do you know how you do that?
You put pressure on.
Everybody, you guys gonna do that really fast on your core? I think it's really cool. So you're shutting off the supply of blood, right? So you're making it so it can't go back like it's supposed to, so that vein raises. Do you guys see how it gets bigger? Well, then you're doing it too hard. It's not supposed to hurt. Do you guys see how that vein gets
We're
bigger?
going to exercise this vein right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Do you guys think it would be easier to do an intravenous or an IV if you had like your normal vein, or after you've raised the vein?
Probably after.
Let's go look.
Yeah, because it's easier to see, huh?
Doesn't matter with you.
Doesn't matter with you? Okay, well, in the case of this, it did.
I don't have any rolling veins.
Well, that's good. Alright, I'm gonna click off of this. Does everybody have it written down, or does anybody have any more questions?
We're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
I supplied
It's
you
like
with information.
that look that's not dangerous. Insect.
What did you say? Oh, okay. How many minutes did you say were left?
3.
These 45 are so short.
No.
Okay, so the last one we're going to go over is intradermal, which is giving the shot between the layers of the skin. And we're not going to go super in depth into this. If you have questions, I'm super happy to answer them. But since we only have 3 minutes left. going to talk more about this tomorrow, but selecting the appropriate size of the needle. Some things to keep in mind is that needles are measured in gauges, and like Payson mentioned with shotgun, they're similar as in the larger the gauge, or the smaller the gauge, the larger the needle. And I think you have some questions to answer for that.
Mm-hmm. So the answer would be 28.
Good job.
When you're selecting your different needles, you need to think about the size of the animal, like how big is the animal. So if you have a ferret, you're probably not gonna use the same size needle as you would if you had a full-grown bull, right? Because there's a little bit of difference in size, just a tiny bit.
It's not something I should have do that, but okay, I'll go break this down, Jody.
The age of the animal. So a newborn baby goat probably doesn't need the same size as its mother, right? The size of the animal. So the ferret versus the bull. And what the liquid is that's being injected. If it's like a really thick liquid, you're going to need a bigger needle. Or if it's not, you'll need a smaller one. Alright.
Do we need to keep our name tags?
I actually would like your name tag because I will be back tomorrow.
Oh, you want our name tag?
I would love your name tag.
Mine was a recycled one.
Ooh, well, I'll take it anyways. Thank you. Thank you.
Do we have to turn in our vet side assignments? Not that time? No.
Where's my Bye, Pat. Have a good day. Thank you.
See you guys. And you have to talk. Right over there. And there's $25 cash, and you'll see another name. You need to initial off your name on that. Okay?
Okay, see you back.
So we need a video name.
Oh, we are. Oops.
It's not in this pile. Oh, right there.